and welcome to Club 5 episode 19 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, hopefully 2 games for you in the Premier League against Luton and Leicester. But before either of those, we've got to go and see the board. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, well, as you can see, the board wish to hold a meeting regarding my position at the club. They say my performance hasn't been good enough and my position is under serious threat, and if I don't attend the meeting I will get sacked. But I am only on a C, which is slightly unusual to get called in those circumstances. But let's go and attend the meeting and see if we can save my job. So we're not happy with your current performance and are considering your position. We'd like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. I think we're playing quite well, and that will eventually shine through. And looks like we've got away with it. So I'll be back in a moment with the first match of today's episode. Okay, here we go with the first match of the episode, a home game against Luton in the Premier League. Team for this one: Verbruggen in goal, back 4, Aït-Nouri, Darling, Mosquera and Walters. Wharton at the base of midfield, João Gomez and Gore ahead of him, Diego Lopez on the left, Franco on the right and Silva up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to say we're sick and tired of getting bad results. Go out there and change that starting now. I'm going to disagree with them actually. I'm going to pump the fist, tell them it's a match we should be winning, make sure we do, and let's get out there. I think they need the confidence boost of me believing in them. So let's see if that can lead to a positive result in a match we really should be winning. Aït-Nouri to Darling, gives it straight back to him, and he returns the compliment. Darling this time to Mosquera. Mosquera into Gore, back to Mosquera, out to Walters on the right, into Gore, who goes back to the goalkeeper, Verbruggen, plays it to Darling, out of defence to João Gomez, who runs with it, finds Silva, who hits the shot but gets right underneath it. It's over the crossbar. So first opportunity spurned. Will we get another one quickly? Cashin's ball in, headed away, falls to Cashin again, played back to Krasniqi, holding to McGinn, into Piachetta, and Verbruggen's save means it's a corner to Luton, and it's far post corner, headed away. McGinn picks up the loose ball, plays it across to Holding, and the highlight comes to an end. I'm going to go attacking. I'm not going to stand back and watch them play. Let's demand more and see if we can grab a goal and try and take control of the match. Krasniqi with the throw in, Burniston onto Sesko, finds McGinn, Franco takes it off him, back to Verbruggen, who finds Darling, Verbruggen again to Darling, to Aït-Nouri on the left, infield to João Gomez, Diego Lopez on the wing, cuts in field and drives forward, hits the shot, and the goalkeeper makes a comfortable save in the end. But we are at least looking a lot more threatening in this game. We've got another throw in an attacking position. Walters crosses it in and Melee comes and claims that one. And surely he's going to launch it. He does. We win the header. Mosquera to Gomez into Franco. Plays it into the middle. And Gore absolutely lashes that into the back of the net, but is it offside? No, it's goal, and it is. Wolves 1, Luton Town 0. So that does put us a little bit closer to safety and anchors Luton firmly to the bottom of the league. So everything is beginning to improve, but slowly. Verbruggen with the goal kick to Mosquera. Plays it into Wharton. Gore onto Franco. Plays it into Lopez, who retrieves the situation, and Silva should do better than that. And we're into 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. And there it is, half time. Wolves 1, Luton Town 0. And we deserve the lead as well. So I'm going to agree with my assistant's half-time assessment. So we'll point the finger and go with that. Question is, do we need any substitutions? And I think yes, we'll take Rule Walters off and we'll bring Leandri on at right back. And let's start the second half and see if we can improve our situation. We certainly deserve the lead by at least a goal, if not more. So can we go on and build on this? I don't want to make any more changes until I absolutely have to. Nori though needs to come off. So after this highlight we will make the next substitutions. As the cross comes in and Mateta heads Luton level. So now we'll make those changes. So Nori wants to come off. We'll bring on Iwu, that's fine. So Nori for Iwu. We'll also take off Adam Wharton and bring on Tahumu. And I'm going to take João Gomez off and bring on Bellegarde. So that's our fourth change. And I'm going to leave us with one for the remainder of the match. Nori with a cross. And Cashin heads behind. We'll have a corner. And we won't get to see it. And the final change is going to be Fabio Silva for Aziz Yakubu once this highlight is over. Silva into the box, it's cleared. So now I will make the change. Piachetta to Mateta. Leandri briefly won it back. Silva completes the retrieval. Silva into Gore. Tahumu to Bellegarde. Silva plays it to the left for Iwu. Goes out to the wing. Plays it into the box. And Silva hits the shot out for a throw-in. Right. No more subs left now. So we really do need another goal. Otherwise we're going to be in some trouble. We've got a corner. Franco into the box. Mosquera to Franco. Mosquera to Leandri. Back to Bellegarde, who hits the shot and it's over the top of the bar. So big chance goes begging. We've got 5 minutes of the 90 left. Can we manage to retrieve all 3 points? Iwu plays it back to Bellegarde into Lopez. Back to Mosquera. Plays it to the right for Leandri. He runs it and then crosses. And the header hits the woodwork. But Yakubu is offside. And the highlight comes to an end. And with it, the match as well. Wolves 1, Luton Town 1. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, well, prior to that second match of the episode, we have been invited for an interview with Tottenham Hotspur. So let's get into it. And Daniel Levy, still the chairperson there, has welcomed me in and wants to discuss their vision for the club. So let's get down to business. Why are you thinking of making what some people would describe as sideways move in management? I don't think it is. I'm keen to keep progressing, and I'd love the opportunity to do that here. Currently underperforming at Wolves. Is it a case of you looking to jump before being pushed? In fact, I'm going to say I'm going to go with the convince option. You developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while still employed. What's that all about? I'll always put my own best interests first. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs right now? I'm just trying to forge ahead with my career. You've previously been embroiled in media controversy, citing your inability to cultivate a strong dressing room atmosphere. What can you say to address our concerns about that happening here? Very much the exception rather than the rule. And that's pretty much the same question again. So I'll make the promise that there'll be no problems. Club's been underperforming for far too long. Are you the right person to turn things around? I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. Do I want to make any changes to the backroom staff? I'll only need a small budget. In fact, no, I'll make no changes. Long-term vision outlines the next few years for the club. You'll be tasked with bringing this to life if you get the job. Do you have any thoughts or ideas? Develop players using the club's youth system. Good. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. Good. Possession football. Good. High tempo pressing football. Well, we're playing gegenpress at the moment, so that shouldn't be a problem. Sign players under the age of 20 for the future. On board with that. Work within the wage budget. That's fine. Sign players to sell for a profit. Okay, fine. Grow the club's reputation. Well, if we achieve what I want to achieve with Spurs, we'll do that anyway. Maximum 2-year contracts for players over 30 and 1 year for over 32s. 4-year contracts for first team players. So they clearly want me to build a squad that's going to stick together. And they want me to reach the latter stages of the Champions League and finish in the top half of the Premier League and be competitive in the Cups. So, and then we need to eventually challenge for the Premier League title. So, yeah, that's an exciting future. I think that's a fine aim to challenge for Europa League qualification. So we'll go with that. Proposed transfer budget of 26.43 million. Yeah, that's fine. and a wage budget of 4.869 million. That's absolutely fine, and there's nothing else I want to add. So that's the end of the interview. They'll be in touch to inform me of their decision. So I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a trip to fellow bottom three side Leicester City. And team for this one: Verbruggen in goal, back four, Aït-Nouri, Darling, Leandri and Walters, Wharton behind João Gomez and Gore in midfield, Diego Lopez on the left, Franco on the right and Silva up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to pile the pressure on the opposition and tell the players what have we got to lose, go out there and cause an upset. I'm going to agree with him and do it with no gesture, and let's get out there and see if we can manage to come away with all 3 points. It's a must not lose game at least, if not a must win. James to Van Eyck for Leicester. Lopez wins it back. João Gomez into Silva, and he's shot wide. Massive opportunity for Wolves, not taken. And as it stands, we've been dumped to the bottom of the league. Luton thrashing Crystal Palace 3-0 to climb above us. So we do know, obviously, if we manage to get the win here, we'll go to 14 points. So we'll go back up to third from bottom. Dewsbury Hall, though, for Leicester. And Walters comes off second best. James to Van Eyck. Smith Rowe into Cabral. And Arthur Cabral gives Leicester the lead. I don't think he's offside. I think this is going to be a goal. I'm wrong, thankfully. It is still a 0-0. Let's demand more. And let's see if we can manage to make the most of that reprieve and get ourselves off the bottom of the league. There's no way I was expecting Luton to beat Crystal Palace, but they have. And that has tightened things up a little bit at the bottom, but it has also meant that we've gone to the bottom of the league. And half time is almost upon us. It's still 0-0, but it's a Leicester corner. Smith Rowe's ball back to Dan James, and his shot is just wide. So we get away with that one. It is half time. It is 0-0. So hit the target more often. We're going to need to make a couple of changes. So Diego Lopez needs to come off, and we'll bring Yakubu on. And also I'm going to take Aït-Nouri off and bring on Dauda Guindo. So let's get out there for the second half. Let's encourage the boys. We're doing okay. As long as we don't lose, we've not lost any ground on anyone other than Luton. And it is Wharton with a free kick to the far post, headed away. Aziz crosses it in. Gore beaten in the air. Franco will keep this in. Finds Wharton. Ball over the top for Walters. Keeps it in, crosses it. And Aziz Yakubu heads the ball into the back of the net. And it is Leicester City 0, Wolves 1. So we're ahead. And that will lift us off the bottom and dumps Leicester there as it stands. So Asprilla comes forward, finds Van Eyck. who's on the right wing now, pulls it back, and Dewsbury Hall volleys it home for an equaliser for Leicester City. It's Leicester City 1, Wolves 1. So let's encourage again and see if it can have a similar effect to the last time we did it. Aziz back to Darling, into João Gomez, forward but cut out by Van Eyck, back to Pickford in the Leicester goal. Ibanez into Adepo, plays it out to Daniel James on the left hand side. Gore to Leandri for Wolves. Leandri to Walters, forward for Franco, but we've coughed up possession. Cabral to Asprilla, and Cabral with the finish to put Leicester in front. It's Leicester 2, Wolves 1. And this season is going from bad to worse. As it stands, we're now 7 points from safety, and things are looking very, very dodgy indeed. Right, Gore needs to come off. Tahum Chu can come on. Franco needs to come off. So we'll bring on Guedes. And Walters at right back can be replaced by Iwu, and that will do. So let's send the lads back into the match. Let's go attacking. We'll demand more, and let's see if we can manage at least an equaliser. Bradley with the throw in for Leicester. João Gomez wins it back to Humchu, to Guedes on the right hand side. Plays it into Tahumchu. Iwu finds Gomez, who gives the ball away very, very sloppily. Darling keeps it in, finds Wharton, who crosses halfway and then gives up possession himself. Kendrick back to Relvas, back to his keeper Pickford, finds Vitic, Sumare, and that was a bad back pass by Sumare, but we didn't take advantage of it, and it remains 2-1 Leicester. So we are in grave danger of losing this one now. Let's fire up the lads, and it's Tahumchu who gives the ball away. Relvas under pressure plays it back to Pickford. Vitic to Broja, back to Sumare, finds Broja, who thumps it forward. Verbruggen comes out to collect it, finds Guindo, his ball into Tahumchu. Darling takes over, finds Tahumchu, plays it into Guedes on the right. He's lost the ball, long one over the top, which Verbruggen and the defender get in a right muddle, and Cabral rolls it into an empty net to make it Leicester 3, Wolves 1. And it's almost like the players want me to get sacked now, the way they're playing. And we're into stoppage time, well into it. And there is the full-time whistle. Leicester City 3, Wolves 1. I'll be back in a moment with the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, well, before I can show you the Premier League table, the board have asked to see me again. So let's go and see them and see how this one turns out. Not happy with your current performance and are considering your position. We'd like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. Right. I'm going to try and convince them again. And they're giving me the benefit of the doubt for a second time. So we've managed to survive that one. And I'll be back in a moment to confirm the league table for you. Okay, here is the Premier League table, and as you can see, at the 18 match mark, so one short of halfway, we are rock bottom of the league. 2 wins, 5 draws, 11 defeats, and just 11 points on the board. We are 7 away from Fulham and safety, so quite obviously I'm going to be coming back pretty quickly. Obviously, as you know, we had the interview with Tottenham, so I'll bring you back as soon as I know the outcome of that one, and we'll either be making the transition to Spurs, or I'll show you the next 2 games that are coming up after that. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.